it's Allie with Colors of Hope Crafts, and today I'm going to start off another week of my breed study project. This week we're going to be looking at Wensleydale, which is from the United Kingdom. Specifically, they are from the North Yorkshire part of England. And then we're going to hop on over to the other side of the world where we have Falkland wool from the Falkland Islands. And the Falkland Islands are British territory, but they're on the completely other side of the world. So I thought it would be fun to spin these two up and see how they turn out. So this one, I'm just gonna spin it up as a sample because there's only 1 ounce of Wensleydale here. And this one, I'm leaning towards spinning up half of it as is and making half of it be a bat that is like a gradient, but we'll see how it goes. Full disclosure, that's not what I ended up doing. I ended up spinning it up as a 2-part fractal, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So as you can see, there's lots of yellow and pink, and it changes from yellow and pink to pink and blue, and then near the end, we have a tiny bit of purple. So I'm only going to show you a little bit of the spinning of the Wensleydale. I had a lot of trouble spinning the Wensleydale. I had never spun it before, and it was unlike a lot of wool that I am used to spinning. The Wensleydale did have a staple length of about 3 to 4 inches, which normally makes it easier to draft, but in this case, I had some trouble drafting it. Wensleydale sheep have very long and curly fleeces, which may have contributed to some of the problems I had. The individual strands of the fleece were also very thick, which probably contributed as well. Even the lambs have curly fleeces. As I continued to spin, I did get a better handle on the drafting, but it was still a challenge for me. It'll definitely take more practice before I'm comfortable spinning the Wensleydale. I wonder how it would work to spin it up as locks rather than as roping. Wensleydale was a lot harder to spin than Falkland roving is. Falkland roving is much easier to draft than other types of wool, and that makes it a whole lot easier to spin than some other types of wool. Falkland wool comes from the Falkland Islands, which is a small group of islands about 300 miles southeast of Argentina. As I mentioned earlier, the Falkland Islands are British territory. However, I checked the distance from London to the Falkland Islands, and it's about 8,000 miles. I've mentioned in previous videos that Falkland wool is my favorite type of wool to spin. Falkland wool was the first wool I was able to get a handle on drafting and spinning. Even though it's not the most common wool on the market, I still love spinning with it, and I try to spin with it whenever I get the chance. I love the texture and how it feels in my hands. This week I was in for a few surprises. The first big surprise is that Falkland is not a breed of sheep. Falkland wool is actually a blend of wool from at least 4 different types of sheep, including Merino, Romney, Polworth, and Corriedale. Well, this definitely is a big surprise. It does make a lot of sense given that each skein of Falkland wool has ended up being slightly different than the other in terms of texture and softness. The other big surprise I had was just how diverse the wildlife is there. We're talking about a place where sheep and penguins can live together in harmony. This was the first time I'd ever seen penguins and sheep in the same pictures. How often does that happen? I was definitely not expecting to see penguins and sheep in the same pictures, nor was I expecting to find out that there were multiple breeds of sheep going into Falkland Wall. Tell me in the comments what surprised you most about the Falkland Wall. Once I was done spinning the singles, it was time to ply. My new Tension Lazy Cape from Kromsky makes it a lot easier to ply than it was before. The yarn comes out a lot more even. I love listening to my spinning wheel. It's very relaxing. My dogs agree. More often than not, one of them will be passed out next to me. It's usually Zoe. She recently needed to get her leg amputated, and so she's been needing to spend a lot of time relaxing and healing from surgery. And this is how it turned out. Look at all the gorgeous colors in it and how they blend together and at the same time stand out from each other. I love spinning fractals for this reason because there's so much color variation in it. And if you want to know how many yards there are in this, hop on over to my community post where there is a poll where you can take a guess as to how many yards is in this skein of yarn. And I will answer that question in a future video. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos about different types of sheep, then make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will be posting videos every week for the foreseeable future. Every week I'll pick 1 to 3 different types of wool and spin them up. Next week I will be spinning this target wool into a fractal, and then I'll also be spinning 2 different braids of BFL. And as you can see, these are 2 different colors of BFL. So that's one of the things I will be talking about in that video, is the fact that BFL come in different colors. So stay tuned for that. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I hope you learned something about Falkland wool and Wensleydale wool, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.